Welcome back to How to Souls. My name is Rach and today we're going to continue with our walkthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. So last time we did the optional area slash boss, Painted World of Ariamis and Crossbreed Priscilla. And today we're going to do another optional boss that some of you might not even know existed, Gwyndolin, Dark Sun Gwyndolin. So he resides down below Anor Londo. You can kind of, you can't even see his, because it's on the other side, isn't it? His like doorway. Anyway, there are two ways to get to this boss. The first way is by killing Guinevere. So if you have any kind of ranged damage, any kind at all, she takes one hit and dies because she isn't real. She's an illusion. Gwyndolin will get annoyed, rightfully so, when you dispel this illusion, and Anor Londo will turn dark. It will also activate Gwyndolin's boss fight because he's like, "Oh, yo, ya bam, come here and fight me like a man." So that's one way you can do it, but that will lock off access to the Darkmoon Covenant, the Covenant of which Gwyndolin is the Covenant leader. So I'm going to show you the, I guess the canon way, the nice girl way of opening up the way to Gwyndolin, and also a way that you can get the Darkmoon Covenant if you are going for Platinum, because advancing pretty much every Covenant is a requirement if you're going for all the trophies, because they always lock something like a ring or a spell behind the Covenant that means you need to do all the Covenant stuff. So yep, that's my plan, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just heading back to a bonfire to give me time to chat to yous, but we're gonna go to the catacombs to get the ring that we need to open up the legit way to Gwyndolin. So your clue about this is basically Gwyndolin is hidden behind, he guards Gwyn's grave, or what everyone thinks is Gwyn's grave. Really, Gwyn isn't dead. He's sort of like undead. I digress. So your clue is that down in the catacombs, obviously a place that you put the dead, I suppose, we will find a ring that when inspected will give us the clue that we need to put two and two together and realise that it's for accessing Gwyndolin. It's a lot of these clues, a lot of these optional bosses and stuff, they're ridiculously hard to, you wouldn't figure this out by yourself. I didn't. So, warping to the catacombs. The catacombs warp that we have is actually at the blacksmith. It's at Vamos. So we don't actually want the catacombs. We want Firelink Shrine. Yeah, we're gonna have to, sorry guys, we're gonna have to go the long way through. I mean, we can go backwards through the catacombs, I suppose. It just involves bone wheels, and I don't think anybody wants that. So first of all, I've got a lot of souls from killing Priscilla. I know, I'm dreadful, I'm a monster, so I'm just going to dump them into vitality. If you're running around with humanity, remember you can always kindle bonfires up to a maximum of 2 at this, well, 4 at this point, actually, because we've done pinwheel. Yeah, you can just dump your humanity. If you're at all worried about going to an area like I am with the bone wheels, just get in the habit of dumping your souls, not dumping, banking your souls and humanity, because especially if you're planning on doing New Game Plus, say you've made some mistakes, maybe killed some NPCs, nobody can judge you, your bonfire will stay kindled throughout your 2nd, 3rd, 4th and beyond playthrough, so it's much better to bank it anywhere than it is to risk losing it, so it's a good rule of thumb. So we're heading down here very quickly into the catacombs. I'm just going to show you where we can pick up this ring. But if you've already just shot Guinevere, then no bother. This video will be chaptered. I know I've been really bad at chaptering them, but if you did just kill Guinevere, you'll be able to follow the chapters to get to Gwyndolin, because that will open a lot sooner. So we're just heading through here as normal. I have obviously skipped most of the enemies because I'm quite confident, but please do feel free to kill them. The necromancers should all be dead and they don't respawn, because we killed them the first time we came through here, didn't we? So don't worry so much about that. You could just take your time and kill them. I, however, am heading down here. Now, I want to... I probably should have just killed all the skeletons. That would have been good, because they're probably going to give me a hard time here. But you want to head down this sort of spiral staircase here. On your sugar. On your left is a tunnel. Head down the tunnel and then turn left again. And what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly sit at this bonfire. Watch out for those spikes. So that's going to despawn any of the skeletons that are following us. If any of them are too close, you won't be able to sit, so you'll have to just quickly kill them. But there we go. So we've got a nice little checkpoint there if we do die, which I might do actually, because this ring is a bit of a pain to get. So from this bonfire, head down. We're going to go across the bridge. Patches is dead, or gone rather. He moved on. Did I kill him in this walkthrough? I don't think I did. I wouldn't blame you for killing him, put it that way. He's a ball bag. So anyway, you don't have to worry about that bridge going. Yeah, this is the bit we're going to take our time. We're just going to kill these skellies. And they will not respawn because there is no one to respawn them. Alright, so I pointed this out when we first came through here. Wait, they are respawning. Where's the flippin' necromancer? Where's the necromancer? Ah, balls, man. I'm just gonna pop on my divine club. I've scrolled past it. Ah, there's the necromancer. How did he? Right, they've polluted. Polluted? I'm stressed. I'm stressed. They've vandalized. They vandalized that wall, but that's fine because I was about to do it anyway. Alright, okay. Yes. So, as you can see, you can break down this wall. This is a developer message. It says treasure. It's correct. There is treasure in there. The ring we want is in there. This room is maybe up there with my least favorite places in this entire game. So, that's fun. If you are a faith user and you have a spell called Wrath of the Gods, that makes this area a lot more manageable, but we don't, so I'm gonna just run in and hope for the best, basically. You can kind of treat this as a suicide run and just run to the back of the room, grab the ring, and accept that you're probably gonna die. It's almost an easier way to do that than to try and take this room down slowly. But yeah, there's at least two big skeletons down there, at least two archers up somewhere just out of reach. Right, okay, plan B. Okay, plan B, the suicide run, let's go. Okay. Run, run, run as fast as you can. Pillage corpse, Darkmoon, seance ring. Okay, so if you die here, don't worry, we got it. We got the ring. Don't worry. Okay. How do we get out? There's the ladder. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. How did I manage that? How did I do that? Oh my goodness. Well, I hope that helps you. I hate going in there. I hate it. I would shoot Guinevere all day, any day. But well done. We got it. You did it. You did it. Let's take a look at this ring. So Darkmoon seance ring. Just pop it on your finger. It grants additional attunement slots, so if you are a magic user, that's great. But more important, it is linked to Gwyndolin. Grants you access to the Darkmoon Covenant. So we're going to head back to the bonfire and warp the butts out of here for the final time, actually. No real need to come back here to the catacombs unless you're collecting like rings and that. Stuff and things and spells and stuff. Alright. Got the ring. Back to the Chamber of the Princess. I explained why in the previous episode I prefer to warp to the Chamber of the Princess over the Anor Londo bonfire. Because sometimes I forget and I leave the central platform lowered, and that means if I go on the other side I have to go across the rafters if I want to get back to Gwyndolin. So yeah, don't do that. Also, I find once you warp here, rest here. Because I'm not 100% on the specifics of Gwyndolin's respawn mechanics, because you use his bonfire when he is friendly to you, when you're progressing the Darkmoon Covenant. But as soon as you engage him, as soon as you fight him, the Covenant is locked off to you, and I think that bonfire is locked off to you too. Like, you can use it for, I think you can work there, you can rest there, you can level up there, but you cannot respawn there. And I've never actually, do you know, never actually like 100% looked into it. It makes sense, I suppose. Like, it's his bonfire. Like, he's not gonna like he can't stop you using it. But he's like, oh, you're not allowed to respawn there. You're fighting me. That's mean. I wonder if it's a bug, actually, because it's incredibly unfair, especially if you've come from the Anor Londo side. You're literally gonna have to do the rafters again in order to get back here. Like, if you've killed the firekeeper as well. Oh my god, it's so unfair. So unfair. Anyway, a lot of that is going to be rambling. It's just me wondering why this game is the way it is. So we're going to turn it down. Turn it down. Turn it to the left. So we go down the way. Which means that at the bottom of the stairs here, we can access Gwyndolин's room. Now, if Anor Londo is dark, there will not be a statue of Gwyn here. However, there is a statue of Gwyn here. The illusion will dissipate because we are wearing the Dark Moon Seance ring. So you can light here, but I recommend not resting at it. Hey, look, there you go, you see? So we can head down there to Gwyndolin. I recommend not resting at it, like I said, because there is that weird sort of bug with respawning if you do die to Gwyndolin, which is possible.
This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of myself, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me.
Alright, okay, do you know what? I'm not here for trouble. Maybe we'll just kneel.
O disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shall protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon.
Cool, I'm up for that. So this is the Blade of the Dark Moon Covenant. An achievement that I actually haven't gotten on Steam yet. Oh, go me. So that awards you with, obviously, the blue eye orb that you can use to friendly invade, I suppose, enter the worlds of people who are being invaded. So it's your job as a Blade of the Dark Moon to kill invaders and protect other people. Which is nice, I like it.
Very well. Now thou art a blade of the Dark Moon, hunteth the enemies of the lords by the power of the Dark Sun.
Nice. So these guys take souvenirs of reprisals. The final reward from the Dark Moon Covenant is a really cool like magic blade spell. It's very cool. So you can progress in that if you want, but bear in mind, as soon as you go through this fog gate, the Covenant will be locked off from you, and you won't be able to progress during this playthrough. You'll have to do it in New Game Plus. All right. We are gonna go through the fog gate and do the Gwyndolin boss fight, but just, you know, don't do this until you're 100% sure. Maybe it's one of the last things in the game that you're doing, or the last things in your platinum, whatever. Just be aware. Alright, so this boss is a really unique fight in this game, in that he is constantly teleporting away from you. So you will have to pursue him, you have to run up to him, but also avoid the arrows that he's shooting at you and the spells that he's casting at you on the way. If you're doing really low damage, fear not, because the corridor does end. It does have an end after you chase him for about 10 minutes or so. I found this out for certain when I was doing my rolling only run and we were doing a living damager roll. That took a long time. It was like half an hour to kill him. Yes, so if you chase him enough, if you're struggling with this boss, don't worry. Just get a single hit on him as he's teleporting. Just concentrate on avoiding, and he will eventually get to the end of the corridor and stop teleporting, but you'll just have to stay alive for about 10 minutes. He only does 3 different attacks, and it's very easy to see which one he is doing. I'll show you how to recognize them and how to avoid them.
What foolishness! Why would a blade of the dark moon trespasseth upon the great lord's tomb? Mark the words of mine self, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished.
So the dialogue here is slightly different because we did join his covenant and then betrayed him. I feel like we're doing a lot of that lately in this playthrough. So here's Gwyndolin. He's got tentacles. Like I said, he's got 3 different attacks and you'll be able to see which one he's doing. So that is a projectile. That is lots of little projectiles. So for these, I like to hide behind the pillars. For the big one, you can see him cast it. You will need to roll for that because that will go through the pillars. So for this, if you want to take things just super chill, we're trying to bait him to, there we go. Once you see him sort of raise up on his tentacles, he's doing the bow attack. So you can then move in a sort of zigzag, oh my god, my brain. In a zigzag fashion to avoid that, and that is the best way to make up some distance, I find. You can roll through the projectiles here, but I prefer to sort of chill here, try and bait out the bow attack, and then zig, 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 zag, zag, zag. I think he's going to teleport here. We might get one hit. There we go. Much like the Four Kings, when Gwyndolin is disappearing, you can still hit him. Oh, perfect. All right. So zigzag, see if we can get another bow attack. Can we get another bow? Nope, we're getting this is not very good. It's always better just to hang back behind the pillar. There we go, try and bait the bow. If all 4 of those arrows hit you, it's going to do a lot of damage. So be aware of that. Now I'm doing a lot of damage, so he's going down pretty quickly, but as you can see, he's literally only got these 3 attacks. And the tells for which one is which they're very different. So once you get used to knowing, like, just keep your eye on him and then know how to avoid each of them. Sort of, I wouldn't run right up to him, I'd try and bait the bow so that you can just sort of, there you go, get a couple hits on him when you reach him. And there you go, he's not so bad. He's got quite low health.
An eternal curse upon thee.
Well, now we're eternally cursed, so that's fun. So, corridor illusion dissipated. Soul of Gwyndolin. Again, you can transmute to make weapons. Boss soul weapons are very good in this game. Very hard to get, though. 40,000 souls through here to Gwyn's tomb, which is empty. He's very big, he's very tall. Yeah, is empty. In here in this middle chest you have Sunlight Blade. Very good if you have faith. I think it's about 35 faith requirement. Coats your weapon in holy damage. Really, really good buff, weapon buff. Bear in mind you can only apply it to non-unique weapons, so it won't work with this Black Knight sword, unfortunately. In this treasure chest on the right, there is the brass set, exactly the same armor set being worn by the Firekeeper in Anor Londo, who will now not really like us very much because we killed Gwyndolin. And this left chest is empty, which is strange. The lore reason behind that being empty, I wonder if it was once supposed to house the Dark Moon seance ring. I'm not too sure why that chest is empty, but it is. So yeah, as I mentioned, she was Gwyndolin's pal, and we've killed him, so she won't be very happy. If you did die to Gwyndolin, you should respawn at the Chamber of the Princess and run down. However, if you missed that part and you've respawned at the Anor Londo bonfire, yep, Brass Knight Armor Lady will not be happy and will attack you and try to kill you. We're counting on that because when we kill her, we'll get another Firekeeper soul, which is great for us because it strengthens our Estus flask. However, you just want to make sure you're cool with all that happening, because it does mean that you cannot warp from the Anor Londo bonfire anymore. We can't warp from it, we can't rest at it, we can't do anything with it. So just another reason why I am in the habit of just preferring that Chamber of the Princess bonfire, because Anor Londo bonfire does become somewhat unusable. But either way, hopefully you got Gwyndolin down, no bother. She should be up here? She's here if you make it dark. Oh, she's not here. She's not here. No, she's, we're gonna have to go and find her. I feel bad. But yeah, if you make Anor Londo dark by killing Guinevere, she'll be waiting for you just at the top of the stairs there. At the bottom of the stairs there, I should say. The firekeeper, that is. But we're just gonna head there and get her. Once again, you can warp to this bonfire now, but you cannot warp from it, you can't rest at it, or level up at it. Oh, I'm just gonna miss that. Ah, it's so annoying. Okay, we're heading up. Be aware, she is a Blade of the Dark Moon, so she will be using that really cool Dark Moon Blade medical. Sorcery? I think it's a... No, it's a medical. It's a medical, but it's blue, so it makes me always think it's a sorcery, but no, it's a medical. Yeah, she'll be using that because, it's great. Hi! Yeah, no, I know, I'm so... I'm sorry! I love her voice. Well, it's more like a purple. The icon for it is blue. She's got a parrying dagger, so I'm very, very scared of her. So while she has that dagger out in front of her, there's a chance that she can parry me. So bear that in mind. And if that sword hits you, oh, it actually didn't do much damage to me. It can absolutely wreck you if she hits you with a couple hits. Alright, cool.
This
woman is a threat! I know. But Firekeeper Soul. I know, and that bonfire is out. Oh, it feels bad, man. It feels bad. So now if we want to warp out of here, you can go, I guess you go to Duke's Archives would be the closest one. Or you can go through to the Chamber of the Princess. But that is Anor Londo, that was Gwyndolin and the Firekeeper. Another little short one because it's just best to sort of keep these separate. But in the, oh guys, get hyped, because in the next episode we're going to be heading to Ulasil, to the DLC. We're going to take down the Sanctuary Guardian and Knight Artoria. So you don't want to miss it. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one. If you like this video, then I like you, and I'll see you next time.